Welcome to Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions Retrospective Series. In this series, I will be tasked with defeating every villain in order, progressing from the core set to the latest release. The catch? I'm only allowed to use cards released up until that point. After defeating the villain, they each will be ranked in terms of their difficulty, determined by the cards available at the time. Thematic matchups, crazy boost effects, and sinister encounter cards await. Tune in every Tuesday for new episodes of Marvel Rewind. What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with another episode of Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions Retrospective Series. Now today we have one of the most elusive, one of the most sought after, and one of the most anticipated episodes on the channel. We are at the end of the Galaxy's Most Wanted box, and that means today we are taking on Ronan, the big bad of Marvel Champions itself, with none other than Star-Lord in leadership on expert mode. I'm not prepared for this one. I don't know if Ronan is either, but maybe in a different way. Let's get down to the table and see how it goes. Well, the fated day has finally come for my first play against expert Ronan, along with my first victory against expert Ronan in today's video. We're sitting down at the table. You saw the intro. We're at the end of the box. We got Ronan the Accuser versus Star-Lord, another crazy thematic matchup. Final boss of the Galaxy's Most Wanted box versus the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's go ahead and talk through his setup and do all of the things associated with that. So when we look at the main scheme 1A, it's going to tell us how to build the encounter deck as always. We're doing Ronan 2 and 3 because this is expert mode. The encounter sets that are required are the Power Stone, which we have here, Ship Command, which is here, and then the Ronan set, which is also there. And then we have the standard and expert set here along with our obligation. And then for our one modular encounter set, we do have Kree Militants here, which are really nasty high health minions with a various amount of effects on the actual minion, boost effects and whatnot. So we're going to shuffle that up. So Ronan's whole thing here, oh I forgot, he has a when revealed ability that he reveals a side scheme. So let me go and find that real quick before I continue shuffling. But Ronan's whole deal is he puts 2 encounter cards out every turn because he has that permanent hazard icon. So it's almost like you're playing on heroic mode, which is pretty interesting. You do get a first player interrupt to cancel the when revealed of a treachery by exhausting the Milano and spending a resource, but does that really make up for it? We will have to see in today's games. So we're just gonna do all of this and keep shuffling here, and that should be a good shuffle. So for his setup, he puts the Kree command ship environment into play, which is already in play. He attaches the universal weapon to himself, which gives him stalwart. We can take 2 damage and deal an encounter card to shuffle it into the encounter deck. And then he gets him +1 scheme and +1 attack. We're not even trying to deal with stuns and confuses today. It's just really not worth it against this villain. So we're just not going to do that. And then it also says to attach the Power Stone to the first player. And then we'll go ahead and flip that main scheme over and talk through it. So we flip it over. It is called Interception Imminent, and it pops at 7 per player threat. Essentially what it says, it has a first player action to exhaust the Milano and remove 2 threat. It starts with 2 threat per player, and you can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme. Then we start with the side team superior tactics. The Power Stone, oh wait, this is the wrong one. This is a stage 3 one that he reveals. My bad. It is cut the power actually that he starts the game with. So let me find that real quick. I'm going to have to shuffle the encounter deck once again because I grabbed the wrong one. Where is it? Okay, cut the power is the one that he starts with. It is just a crisis icon, which means we cannot remove threat from the main scheme, and it starts with 3 per player threat, which again, all things considered, is not terrible. So he has he starts off with toughness, and then he has a force interrupt. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you, give him +1 boost card if you control the Power Stone, which is pretty scary here. And yeah, we're just going to be trying our best today. We are going to eventually get to the win, but I'm assuming it's going to take a couple attempts. This is probably the hardest villain that we will have to fight in the entire series, and he's in the second expansion box. So Cut the Power is going to come in with 3 per player threat, and that's going to be that. We start off with the Power Stone, we start off with the Milano already in play, and then we'll talk about Star-Lord and kind of his whole game plan. So Star-Lord's a really interesting character. When I first played him, it was kind of interesting because his hero ability is scary. It says reduce the cost of a card in your hand by 3, and then you deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Basically, once per turn, he can discount a card by 3 resources as long as you take a face down encounter card, which can be really scary. But a lot of his hero cards combo with that. He has a card like Daring Escape, which is a 0 cost card that readies him, draws him a card, and deals an encounter card. And you're wondering, like, this sounds like really bad and scary. Well, the idea is you don't want to go too crazy until you're making that final push, because then you don't have to deal with basically the consequences of your actions. He has a card called Sliding Shot, which is 3 for 5, and then I think it does 2 extra damage for every encounter card in front of you, so that can get to really ridiculous numbers as long as you sequence into the cards and you know what's left in your deck. He has an Element Gun, which are 3 cost upgrades that you can spend a resource and deal piercing damage, which is pretty good against Ronan's myriad of tough status cards. And yeah, we do start off with the Milano, but I would say we only really get to feel that extra resource at the very beginning of the game because we're probably going to be canceling some treacheries. Let me make sure this is shuffled up again. I don't remember if I shuffled it. I probably did. The Power Stone. On setup, it says attach to the villain, but Ronan the Accuser's setup on his main scheme 1A said attach to the first player. So we actually start with it, assuming we got it back from Nebula. As a force response, after a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack, attach the Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. And that's basically that. We have almost everything we need for the setup here. This is going to start on the Milano. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get to the games like always, and there'll probably be a slight cut right about here. All right, let's go ahead and draw our hand up and see if we can go ahead and defeat Ronan here today. So we're drawing up 6 cards, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I threw in the Adam Warlock ally in this deck. He's not like the greatest ally by any means, but I thought he would be pretty fun. But I don't really like any of this hand. I think we're going to mulligan 4 here and draw up. So let's mulligan 4. We'll keep Nowhere in the Power of Leadership. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oof. This is not good at all, okay? Let's play this out, and let's use our setup ability. We can search our deck or discard pile for a copy of Element Gun, add it to our hand, and then shuffle up our deck. Okay, we really need to find some allies here, or at least make the call so we can get an ally on the board, because this is not looking great to start off the game. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, I forgot to give Ronan his tough status, which is pretty important here. So we'll shuffle that up. Where is my tough statuses? There we go. All right. Then we're going to use our ability here. Smooth Talker, choose a card in your hand, swap it with the top card of the deck. I don't think we need a Daring Escape right now. Oh my goodness, that is okay. Yeah, this is really bad. What can we even do? Okay, we're gonna play it out. So we're gonna flip up here. Each ally gains the Guardian trait. We're gonna spend 2 resources here for Nowhere. It's going to come in ready, and when we play an ally, Guardian ally, we can draw a card. We're going to spend the Power of Leadership here to get down Rapid Response. And then we're going to spend these 3 resources to get down the Element Gun. And then we'll exhaust the Milano here to deal 3 damage to Ronan, bringing him down to 15 and breaking the tough. And then we will have Star-Lord probably just swing for 3 onto Ronan here, bringing him down to 12. And then we're going to draw up and see if we can even live an attack. I don't even think we can, but we're going to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right. We are going to... This isn't a good hand either. Okay, we're going to... This is going to go up to 4. Ronan's gonna attack us. He's gonna get 2 boost cards here. We're just gonna take this attack. 4, 5, 5 damage here. He will take the Power Stone from us. And then we get 2 encounter cards. So we're gonna go down to 5 health. Then 2 encounter cards here. First one. Assault. The villain attacks you. I think we have to exhaust the Milano and spend a resource here. We'll do it for make the call. We'll cancel the assault. 1 more encounter card. Hull breach peril. Choose to either exhaust the Milano, spend 2 mental resources, which we can't, or deal 3 damage. Yeah, I think we just have to take 3 damage here. So we're gonna go down to 2 health, and then it's back to us. So this is really scary. We have to make the call. We only have 1 ally. Isn't it just Adam Warlock? That's crazy. Where are all my allies at? We don't even have the Milano resource for us. I mean, we're going to do, I think we'll just swing for 2. 1, 2. Then we'll play a Daring Escape to see if we can find a different card. We're gonna ready. Oh, sorry, we're supposed to deal ourselves first. We're gonna ready and then draw a card to another welcome. Okay. This deck, I guess, is a lot worse than I gave it credit for. I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna spend make the call anyways for 3 resources to put Adam Warlock into play. After he attacks or thwarts, we can discard 1 card at random from our hand and do something. He doesn't even have, we don't even have cards to discard. We're gonna have him swing for, I guess, 1 on Ronan here, down to 9. He's going to take a consequential. Oh, wait. Also, we get to exhaust nowhere when we play a guardian. Oh, wait. After a player plays a guardian ally. I don't think that works. Put that ally into play. So, no, we don't even get the draw off of nowhere here. So, that stays like that. We're going to flip down and recover, I guess, by 3 up to 5. And that's going to be our turn. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we do have good cards in our hand here. I just don't think it's going to be enough. But let's see. This is going to go up to 6. Ronan is going to scheme on us for a base of 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to go up 5, 6. This is going to pop. Then take what is mine is going to come in, and it says attach the Power Stone to Ronan. If it's already attached, give him a boost card. And while this is in play, threat cannot be removed. Sorry, while the Power Stone is attached to Ronan, threat cannot be removed from this scheme. So that's going to come in, and he gets a boost card here. And now we have 2 more encounter cards. So let's see. First one. You stand accused. Ronan schemes with +1 scheme. I think we have to cancel this one just so we don't lose immediately here. So I think I will cancel it with, I don't think we need make the call. Let's cancel it with make the call here. So that'll cancel that one. We have 2 more. I kind of forgot the order. I think this is the next one. Master plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. So this is going to go up to 7. Kind of a break there. And then the pincer maneuver, hinder 2 per player, and it says exhaust the Milano, remove 3 threat from the scheme. So it comes in with 5 threat. So we are on a very strict timer now, and that's back to us. So I'm trying to see here. Let's see if I can do something. I want to use Smooth Talker. I'll put Spider-Man back on the top and draw the card Sliding Shot. We might be able to do something here. I just don't think it'll be enough for the kill. Okay, we are back in action. So we have to try and play this out. We used our Smooth Talker. We have to play Nick Fury here, but I don't really think I have a ton of resources to do that. I guess I should have kept Spider-Man. I should have kind of counted out the resources, but what can you do? I mean, what's better to have in hand, Blaze of Glory or sliding shot. Probably the sliding shot, I would guess. So let's flip up here into Star-Lord. You're going to spend Welcome Aboard. Play if you're identity as a Guardian Trait. Reduce the resource cost of the next ally you play by the 2 this round. Spend these 2 resources here. Play down Nick Fury. I'm going to use his response to draw me 3 cards. 2, 3. Then I'm also going to use Nowhere. When a Guardian ally enters play, we can draw a card. Okay. Then what do I want to do? We can have Adam Warlock deal a total of 4 damage here as long as we keep... Oh, wait. As long as we keep Squirrel Girl in hand, he'll deal 4 damage on an attack. We just need to try to find a way to find this damage before that. We want to take the Power Stone for sure here. But I don't think it makes a big difference. Sliding shot deals 5 damage plus 2 for each card in front of you. So I think we will use our What Could Go Wrong to deal myself 1 face down encounter card so we can actually play the sliding shot here. So it's going to deal 5 damage plus 2 for each face down encounter card. So we're going to deal 7. It's going to bring him down to 2 health. We're going to have Nick Fury, I think. Well, that's going to give us the Power Stone, but I don't think it really matters now I'm thinking about it because he's going to take it anyways. We're going to swing 2 damage with Nick Fury. He'll take a consequential. So that's going to go to stage 3. He's going to have toughness and retaliate now. Oh wait, I think that means Nick Fury does take that retaliate based on the new rules. Now we find superior tactics and reveal it. So let's look for it. This comes in. Power Stone can't be unattached from Ronan. We'll put it over here. We'll put his boost card on top of him. And he has 25 health and a tough status. This is going to come in. As long as we find a 3rd sliding shot next round. Yeah, and he also takes the Power Stone from us. If we can find a 3rd sliding shot, maybe it's doable. This is going to go back to Ronan here. Then what we want to do is... You will have a rapid response for Nick to draw some cards. So, again, there is a chance here. I don't even know if we spend the Daring Escape. I think we just get Spider-Man out. Wait, but then we won't have anything for dealing damage. Do we Daring Escape? I think we just have to keep it in hand, but we can't keep it in hand because he can discard it. Oh no. I think we have to actually play by that, which is tough. Or we get down the jet boots. This is tough here. I do want Adam Warlock. Maybe we just don't even attack with Adam Warlock. I think no, because we still just don't have the resources for the element gun. Yeah, maybe we just get Squirrel Girl out. That might just be better. And then keep the Daring Escape in hand. Oh wait, we can't. It always messes up because we can't play anything and keep any of these cards in our hand. We just have to choose for something a bit unoptimal. So I'm just going to use the element gun here to play, to discard the jet boots to deal 3 damage and pierce the tough. I didn't even give the tough to him. So he'd be at 23. And then we're going to deal 2 damage here. Bring him down to 21. We're going to take a retaliate. Bring us down to 4. Do we get Squirrel Girl and just have her swing? We can't even have her swing. I think this is just going to have to be enough. I think we will... And what does the fist do? Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Like these don't matter. Yeah, we're just gonna ready up and discard Squirrel Girl, I guess. How many sliding shots do we have left? I think only one, and we kind of need to find it. Maybe we do just have Adam Warlock here. He could have just healed us. We're actually just gonna attack with him and see what happens. So we're gonna attack with him, and we're gonna discard one of these at random. So I don't know which is which. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever this one is. Lightning Bolt is healed 3 damage from my identity. I actually don't mind that. We're gonna 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go up to 7. He's gonna deal 1 to Ronan. Oh wait, would it have been better if he just thwarted? Yeah, it is, because then he'll actually live for a block. So he can just thwart off this, I guess. And then did I attack already? I can't remember. I will look back if it makes a difference, but I'm gonna attack Ronan here for 2, bring him down to 19. I don't remember if I attacked or not. Take a consequential, and we'll discard this and then draw up 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we might. I mean, there's a possibility we have enough damage next turn. So let's just see if we can survive this one. Nick Fury can come back into play and draw us more cards as well. So let me see if we can just survive this. This might be the move. So it's going to go up by 2 plus 2 more. So it's going to go up to 6. 1, 2. So yeah, it's going to be 6 out of 10 where it pops. Ronan is going to attack us with 2 boost cards. We're going to have Nick Fury block this. And since he has the Power Stone, he doesn't get an additional boost card here. Oh no. This should be at 6. So first one. This is an attack against piercing. Okay, so we're fine. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage into Nick Fury. He's defeated. I'm going to trigger the rapid response we put into play at the beginning, deal 1 damage to him, and then use his effect after Nick Fury enters play to draw 3 cards. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Now we go to encounter cards. We have 3 to deal with here. As long as he doesn't scheme or get multiple scheme activations, maybe we're okay. Shadow of the Past. What does my Nemesis minion and side scheme do? I need to make sure of that real quick. Where did I even put Mr. Knife? Oh, okay. Does he have Quick Strike? Because that would be bad. Okay. Budding Crime Syndicate comes in. It's going to go right here. Man, there are so many cards over this board. And then Mr. Knife is also going to come in. Is Retaliate 1. And Treachery. The first Treachery, the engaged player reveals each villain phase surges. So that doesn't immediately lose us the game. So we're fine with Shadow of the Past resolving. So we're just going to shuffle that up. Cool. That's going to resolve. He's going to come in. And then this also comes in. I just don't have space here. So this is going to have 4 threat. And we have 2 more encounter cards. Next one. Advance. We have to cancel this. So we're going to spend the Milano and 1 resource. Is it Nova Prime? I don't think we'd ever play this guy. So sure, we'll do Nova Prime here to cancel that. And it says, since it's not revealed. Wait, what is the wording here? When the Treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, exhaust Milano. The first Treachery, the engaged player reveals each villain phase gains surge. Hopefully this is another Treachery. Okay, that works. So Mr. Knife and Ronan are going to attack us. So this is going to surge regardless. I don't know if we should have done it then with advance, but it is what it is. So Mr. Knife and Ronan are going to attack. So we're going to block Ronan's attack with Nick Fury here. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So this activation against piercing, he's done for. And then Mr. Knife's going to hit us for 2. We will take that down to 4. 1 more encounter card because it surged. Peril. We can exhaust the Milano, spend 2 lightning resources, or discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. Let me try and math this out real quick. If we do Spider-Man and then we draw off of nowhere, we'd have an extra card in hand, okay? And then he would also have 4 attack. We would deal 4 damage. That would bring him down to 15. We would swing for 2. We would have an element gun, then a sliding shot. Hold on, we want a daring escape. We only have so much hit points we could do. So maybe we would thwart on the first one. Then we would daring escape, ready, get an encounter card. This would also be a different card. And then we can spend these 3 resources here for a sliding shot. That would be that would only be 5, 7. That would only be like 7 damage. If we thwart first, daring escape for an encounter card, do this for another encounter card. So that would leave us at 2 health. Then we would do this is tough. So then we would have 3 encounter cards in front of us. That would be 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay, I think we spend 2 lightning resources, if I had to guess. So we'll do the power of leadership and the element gun, and I think I mathed it out correctly, so that's going to be back to us. So yeah, we spent 2 energy resources. Okay, so we have so few cards in our hand. Oh wait, Spider-Man should be in our hand, because yes, we left him there. We want to play Spider-Man using what could go wrong. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Reduce the cost by 3. We're going to use his response after you play him from your hand, and we're going to give him +2 attack. So we're going to have him swing for 4 onto Ronan here. That's going to bring him down to 15. He's going to take 2 consequential. Science's disc can be 4. Oh, and then when he enters play, I get to draw a card because he's a guardian, because he makes everybody guardians. Oh, does that change my turn at all? I don't think so. I think I still have to play the sliding shot first. Okay. How much damage? I can get 1 more encounter card, 2 more encounter cards. My sliding shot will deal 5. 5, 7, 9, 11, and then Adam Warlock can do the last 4. I think it works out perfectly. Okay, we're gonna have Star-Lord, or we're gonna use the first player at the hero action here. We're gonna take 2 damage and deal ourselves an encounter card and shuffle the superior weapon into the deck. So we will go ahead and do that. I don't even know what this dice is here for. Okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take the 2 damage here. And then we get an encounter card. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna thwart for 2 off of pincer maneuver just because. And then we're gonna play a daring escape to deal ourselves a face down encounter card and ready our hero to draw into another sliding shot. But we can't actually keep that in our hand. We just need to spend a sliding shot here for 3. We're going to deal 5 damage to Ronan and deal 2 additional damage for each face down encounter card in front of you. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bring him from 15 down to 4. And then the Adam Warlock ally I threw in kind of as a joke at the beginning. We're going to have him swing for 1. And then after he attacks or thwarts, discard 1 card at random from your hand. And if the printed resource is mental, it's deal 3 damage to an enemy. He's going to swing for 1 plus 3 damage, bringing Ronan down from 4 to 0. And then we take the retaliate from the sliding shot. We live out 1 health. Adam Warlock is defeated. And that is Expert Ronan done. First try, 1 and done. I'm definitely going to review this footage, but that was absolutely crazy. Okay, guys, Char back here after reviewing the footage. Now, there was a couple of mistakes, but mainly the turn before this last turn that you see here. So the biggest one was I did accidentally ready Star-Lord before I ended my turn, which means Ronan would have 2 extra health here. That being said, after reviewing and looking through the footage, I think I just played it really badly because I forgot that he had retaliate on his 3rd stage. The only difference that would have made this a valid game is before flipping up that last turn when I had Nick Fury and I popped him from stage 2 to stage 3, all I would have had to do was recover by 3. So this fixes all the issues, and I'll just go through them as I wrote them. So if I recovered by 3 before the flip, I would go from 5 to 8 health. I would then I would then play the turn like normal. I would flip up. I would have used I think it was Daring Escape to ready. I need to ensure this real quick. Give me 1 second. Yes, I think I did use how did I get an encounter card this turn? I'm trying to see. So I think we will use our What Could Go Wrong to deal myself 1 face on encounter card. Oh, okay. I didn't use Daring Escape. I used What Could Go Wrong. So I would have dealt myself an encounter card, and I still would have played it as normal. I would have sliding shot him from 9 down to 7 in the same exact way, but my HP would still be at 8 here because I recovered. Then I would have had Nick Fury knock him into stage 2. He would have come in with 25 health in that tough status. I would have used the element gun, which would have brought him from 25 down to 22 because of the piercing, and I would have taken that retaliate because I forgot to do that. That was one of the mistakes. This does not have range, so I forgot to take a retaliate, and then I also readied him, so I should have taken like 3 retaliate. I think I took 2 total, but I wasn't even supposed to have a ready anyways. So yes, so if I recovered, so my health would be at 7 here. I would have had Adam Warlock do that thwart maneuver he did and discard the same resource. It would have healed me for 3, bringing me back from 7 all the way back up to 10. Would have been the villain phase. For the villain phase, what I would have done, I would have been at 10 HP. It would have played out the same way. Mr. Knife would have hit me for 2. I would have gone from 10 down to 8. Back to the player phase, would have done the same thing. What could go wrong to play Spider-Man, taking Ronan from 22 to 18. Then I would have used my hero action on the universal weapon, taken 2 damage. That would bring me from 8 HP down to 6, giving me an encounter card. So it would be at 2 encounter cards. I then would have attacked him for 2, 18 down to 16, which would have changed my HP from 6 down to 5. Then I would have attacked him. I would have used that 1 Daring Escape in my hand because it wasn't the card I discarded with Adam Warlock, which would have readied me again. I would have swung for 2 more, bringing him from 16 down to 14 and bringing my health from 5 down to 4 where it is currently. Then I would have finally spent the sliding shot out of my hand. I would have had the same 3 encounter cards. I would have taken a retaliate, which would take me 4 down to 3 health. That being said, the sliding shot would still deal 11, and Ronan would have been at 14, so it would have been 14 down to 3, and then the same ending would have happened with Adam Warlock, the ally I kind of put in here as a joke, dealing that guaranteed 4 damage on his final swing, defeating Ronan. So just with one small change, if I played the scenario right, which was just recovering basically before I flipped up instead of attacking and then randomly readying, it would have been the win. And I think it was a good game regardless because I don't even think I had a great start. I mean, the rapid response came in clutch when I had to push for game in that last turn, but it just wasn't even a good start. That being said, I'm going to pick this up and we're going to try a couple more games against Ronan here just to see how they go. I think it was a great game. I think there was just like one like small mistake, but you know, if I had more experience in the matchup, I think it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I'm gonna shuffle this up and we're gonna give Ronan another try here and see maybe if we can get a better start. I don't really know. I feel like our start was kind of rough this game and we still managed to do it, which I think it really surprised me in my opinion. Not that I think Star-Lord is gimmicky. I think Star-Lord's extremely strong, but I was really surprised at how well he was able to do. I feel like we got kind of lucky on the schemes that he didn't, you know, he didn't pop his schemes and we only got 1 scheme activation every time he activated. So that was pretty cool. I'm going to pick this up and we're going to try this again. Okay. All right, let's get this started again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Gotta welcome aboard. I don't mind that. So if we get down to nowhere, do this. We welcome aboard Gamora. We'll just discard 2 and see what we find here. Daring, escaping, gutsy move. Okay, let's use our setup. We're gonna find an element gun. All right, and we're gonna try this out. How bad could it be? The madman says after his 15th attempt fighting Ronan. I don't know how many it's been. I think it's like 7. Let's use our smooth talker. Let's replace the top one. Okay. So does that make a difference with our math here? So I want to play Welcome Aboard. Maria, give me another card in my hand. Well, I want to play this first. Maria will give me another card in my hand, and then I can element gun. Okay, cool, it works out. We're going to play Nowhere. It's going to come in, readied. We're going to exhaust it after I play a Guardian Ally. Sorry, Welcome Aboard reduced by 2, then play Maria for free. She's going to draw me a card. I also do get to draw off of Nowhere. I got my second element gun. We're going to spend 3 resources here to play down one of my element guns. You're going to exhaust it to pierce the tough and deal 3. Bring Ronan down to 5. Then we are going to, this should be at 2 actually, and it should be on main scheme 1. Then we're going to swing for, we could just throw it off the main, or we could get some damage in. It's always the question, isn't it? Oh wait, the Milano should have been the element gun. We'll just throw it off here. Let's just completely clear this and then also clear the main. And that's gonna be back to Ronan. So we're gonna ready up. 2, 3, we're gonna draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Gonna ready up here. So this can go up to 2. Ronan's gonna attack us with 2 boost cards. We're gonna block. This tag gains overkill. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we take 5 damage here. Go down to 5 health. We have 2 encounter cards. First one, gang up. We have to cancel it, I guess. Let's cancel it with the jet boots. Oh wait, wrong discard pile. The next one, insert maneuver. Exhaustive Milano, remove 3 threat from the scheme. Okay, it's gonna go up to 4. That's back to us. So what I want to do now is, I think I have to heal. I'm gonna spend these 3 resources to play the Black Knight here. We're gonna exhaust Nowhere to draw a card. Make the call. I don't mind. We're gonna Black Knight swing for 2. 1, 2, bring him down to 3. We're gonna have Star-Lord deal 3. 1, 2, 3, bring him down to 10. Black Knight's gonna have a consequential. I think we're gonna Daring Escape. We'll take the encounter card, draw a card, and ready up. We're gonna swing for 3. 1, 2, 3, bring him down to 7. Then we're gonna make the call for Maria Hill with this double that we just drew into. That's gonna draw us a card into a get ready. Well, we're gonna spend that on Black Knight, have him swing 2 more. Oh wait, that doesn't make much sense because I'd rather just spend it for the element gun. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, bring it down to 4. Then I'm gonna have Maria. Do we thwart the main? It doesn't really matter. He's gonna pop it anyways. We'll just have Maria swing for 1 here. Bring him down to 3. Gonna take a consequential, and we're gonna flip down. All right, and that's it. We're gonna ready everything up. So we have 6 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this does not do it. If it was better cards, maybe it could have. It's gonna go up to 6. He's gonna scheme for 2, 3, and he's gonna get 2 boost cards. Attach the Power Stone to Ronan. Okay, so he does get the Power Stone before he pops it. So this is going to pop. It's going to go to stage 2, which says attach Power Stone to Ronan. If it's not already attached, give him a face down boost card. So he is going to get a face down boost card here. You have 2 encounter cards. Start with the first. Power Siphon. We exhaust the Milano. Let's discard 1 card at random. We're probably going to need to stop a Treachery here. Let's roll it left to right. 1 through 6. 5. That's pretty bad. That was essentially the same as spending 2 energy resources. Next one. Rogue Vessel, Surge. Okay. Assault. It's going to Surge. Stand accused. We have to cancel that by spending... I don't even know. I guess Bad Boy. And then Pincer Maneuver comes in with 4. And so Force Interrupt at the end of the villain phase, we deal 1 damage to each player. So we take a damage here down to 4. Okay, it's back to us. I think we have to do... Do we have to recover? I think so. We're going to recover here up to 7. We have 1 turn to make this push. That's being generous if he doesn't immediately pop the scheme. We're going to do a welcome aboard for Squirrel Girl. She's going to deal 1 damage to each enemy. It's going to be 1 here. Then what we're going to do is have Squirrel Girl swing for 1. Bring him down to 1. Then have Maria Hill swing for 1. She's going to be defeated, and that's going to flip him. He's going to reveal superior tactics. So we have to go and find that. Okay, it's not... Is it the deck and discard pile? Is superior tactics in here, or is it his boost card? Nope, it's here. Comes in with 3 threat. The Power Stone cannot be unattached from Ronan. We gotta shovel this up. Again, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility now. We just do have to get pretty lucky, and I mean pretty lucky. Okay. She's gonna have a consequential on her. Oh, and then I could draw off nowhere when she entered play because I flipped up. Welcome aboard. I don't think this makes... It depends if I think I need 3 damage from the element gun, and I think the answer is I do. Which is pretty unfortunate. Oh wait, we can make the call Maria back in, draw the card, and then spend that. Let's make the call for Maria. We're gonna draw a card. Oh no, I had a feeling it was gonna be Sliding Shot. I already did the play though. No, we're not gonna do that. I knew I shouldn't have done it anyways. We're just gonna spend... Yeah, we'll just spend Groot here. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh, it's Maria. Spend Groot as a resource to deal 3. Bring him down to 22. And then we're going to take a consequential. I don't think we need either of these cards. I don't think we can keep them in our hands. So we have to just discard them both. And then we're going to draw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Blaze of Glory. This hand could do it if we live. That slight take back. Because I realized I shouldn't have done that. If we draw into a Sliding Shot, maybe it doesn't matter. We'll see. It's going to go up by 4. So sorry, it goes up from 2 to 6 to 8. So if he schemes even a little bit here, we are cooked. And I'm just hoping not. Okay, so here we are at the deck list. I did review that second win we got. And the only thing I think I messed up is I forgot this Forced Interrupt from the villain phase ends to deal 1 damage to each player. I also forgot to do the last 2 damage from, the universal weapon, I think. So it said 4 at the end of the game, so I would have been at 2. Since I forgot this damage, I would have been at 1. But since my sliding shot actually defeated Ronan, I would not take that retaliate, like it works with every single other character in the game. So, phew, we got it. Even though it was really close, you know, the odds were really close. It works out. You know, that first win that we got, if I decided to heal, the margins wouldn't have been nearly as close to this. But again, I wanted to just try and go through it with the game with a lot less mistakes. And I was pretty happy with how that second game turned out. Yeah, Ronan. I will make sure I save all my thoughts on Ronan until we get to the villain rating, because I feel like they kind of blend together at this point. Let's talk Star-Lord. So Star-Lord, you know, this is kind of like one of those things like Gamora where I kind of had to play this hero against Ronan. It is the most thematic matchup. It's the last villain of the box. For the Guardians box, this is the leader of the Guardians. He has a really cool thing that he makes all his allies Guardians, and I think he also has a really good matchup into him because he can kind of do this like rush leadership build that isn't super common throughout the game with the slight daring escapes and the sliding shots and whatnot and his element guns. Yeah, he's got a lot of versatility to just kind of push for the game and not have to deal with the litany of encounter cards Ronan throws at you. We're going to get to the deck list though, so we had his identity specific cards, all 15 of them. Again, I think he's cool outside of his like really rush aggro playstyle, but that's just what you kind of have to do against Ronan here. It's 2 element guns. We're going to start with the basic cards. So we have Ironheart, Spider-Man, Groot, Gamora, Nick Fury. Again, this is just kind of like the really good basic ally package. Mockingbird is not included because he has Stalwart most of the game unless I want to remove his universal weapon. But usually it's a good idea to save that when you're doing your push with the element gun or the sliding shots because it gives you that extra encounter card. These are just really good. Ironheart draws us a card. You know, Spider-Man can either get 3 thwart or 4 attack, which is just really versatile. Groot can probably defend 1 attack for us, or also be, if we're lucky, maybe 2, and then we can use him to maybe he can defend 2, or we can use him on a Blaze of Glory push to swing for 4. Gamora, play only if your identity has a Guardian trait. After she attacks or thwarts, discard cards on the top of the deck until we discard an event and add it to our hand, which could help if we had her on the board. And then Nick Fury is just really good. For our only basic support, it's nowhere. It's just really good for Star-Lord specifically. Play only if your identity has a Guardian trait. Increase your ally limit by 1, and as a response, after a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust nowhere, that player draws a card. Since Star-Lord's ability makes every ally I control have the Guardian trait, we can trigger nowhere, so anytime we play an ally, we get a rebate on playing it and basically get to draw a card. If you look at our resources here, we're on the 3 basic doubles and the 2 leadership doubles. If I had to redo this deck, I would probably drop a couple of the leadership allies and just throw in basic allies and then change these from the power of leadership to the power in all of us. I probably was making the games a little bit harder myself for not doing that, but I wanted to have a little fun with some of the thematic allies we picked, aka 1. So for the leadership allies, we have Maria Hill, Squirrel Girl, Black Knight, and Adam Warlock. Maria Hill, self-explanatory. She draws us a card when we play her. Squirrel Girl can ping any toughs on the board because of her response when she enters play. Black Knight is also there for a similar reason for the tough cards because his basic attacks get piercing. And Adam Warlock I thought would just be a really fun and thematic ally. And again, I still do think that first game was so close to a win that I'd count it. I would just had to have healed instead of everything else I did, and that random ready that I did on accident. I readied him to deal 2 more. Adam Warlock would have been the key to getting that win because he healed us for 3 and was also able to deal 3 damage to the enemy on that last push. So he was really cool. He pulled his weight, and I was glad to kind of, you know, include this lesser used ally. We have Get Ready here because against Ronan specifically, your allies really don't have any chance of living, and you need to use them every turn to block his attack activations. Get Ready just lets you get an extra activation, whether it's like a Nick Fury, whether it's a Groot. You can play down Groot, play a Get Ready, and swing for 4 damage, and then block the attack anyways. Unless he gets overkill, there's really no downsides. But if he's getting overkill, you're in a really tough spot anyways. If we're looking at our leadership cards here, we're looking at our leadership events. We're on 3 welcome aboard. These are essentially double resources for any allies. You play only if your identity has a Guardian trait, maximum per round. You can reduce the resource cost of the next ally played this phase by 2. Super good. It's just a double for any of the allies, and I think we're on like 9 or maybe even close to 10 allies in this deck. I don't remember the actual number. I think it's 10 because of Nova Prime. in the his 15 specific. We're on triple make the call. It's just one of the best leadership events in the game. It's just a copy of any single ally in our discard pile, so we can have like copies 2, 3, and 4 of Nick Fury. And then Blaze of Glory again is another card that really makes this deck work. It's max 1 per round. Each Guardian character gains +2 attack and +2 thwart at this phase. At the end of the phase, deal 1 damage to each Guardian character. So again, if we didn't have that extra damage from Rogue Vessel, we would have actually lived the Blaze of Glory. Since we had that extra damage, that sliding shot knocked him out. We took no retaliate. If he wasn't knocked out from that sliding shot, if the Rogue Vessel didn't take us out the next turn, we would have been knocked out because of the Blaze of Glory. So it really did perfectly coalesce in that last game. And then if we're looking at our 2 leadership upgrades, we've got 2 rapid responses. They're just really good and versatile, especially to get like a Nick Fury back in play, which is like we play the Nick Fury, we get the 3 cards, get a better turn, maybe play down the rapid response, he can block for us, come back in, and if he Ronan gets another activation, he can block again, and while also just drawing us 3 more cards to just find the sliding shots, find the daring escapes, and everything we need to complete the game. Again, I try not to focus a ton on Ronan when going over the deck profile. Trust me, we'll be getting to that right now and see where Ronan stacks up with the rest of the villains in the game. See you there. All right, so here we are at the tier list. And again, I held my tongue during the kind of deck list section of the video because usually I'll talk about the video a little bit along with the hero I played. But nope, we are here in the villain ranking, and let's talk Ronan. What is there really to say? When you talk about the difficult heroes in this game and kind of like the peaks and valleys of difficulty, you have stuff like Absorbing Man, Risky Business, Wrecking Crew on the bottom end, but the ones at the top end are so synonymous with power in this game. They're so far above, I think, honestly, the rest of the villains. It's not even close. Not beating around the bush, Ronan is definitely one of those. The amount of challenges that Ronan presents you from the onset. He has his main scheme with kind of a low threat threshold, going up for 2 per turn. You do start with the Power Stone, so that's something that you have that can help you, and the Milano, which are 2, really big things that help you out. But the problem is, when you have the Power Stone away from Ronan, he activates against you, whether it's a scheme or an attack, with 2 extra boost cards, which means you kind of want him to take the Power Stone. But the question is, how do you let him take the Power Stone without instantly getting one shot by like a 7, 8, or 9 damage attack, because he has 2 boost icons? You can defend and then he can take the Power Stone, but then you're kind of in a similar situation. It's not nearly as bad. He's no longer flipping 2 boost cards against you, but he does have a +1 to his attack and his scheme. He starts off on stage 2 with some really high stats. Let me confirm. 2 scheme and 3 attack, which are really high. Plus, it gets boosted by the universal weapon, which he starts with, which also gives him stalwart. So he's a 3/4 statted on his stage 2. And then if you give him the Power Stone, he's a 4/5 that's activating against you with 1 boost card. And if that wasn't enough, he has his Kree Command Ship environment, which it's a permanent environment, which you get an extra encounter card every encounter phase, essentially making the game playing like Heroic 1. There is a bit of caveats on the environment where Ronan does have a couple of duds in his encounter deck that don't make it nearly as bad. You do get the ability to, as a first player action, to rest the Milano and spend 1 resource to cancel the 1 revealed of any treachery cards revealed, in addition to a lot of the ship command encounter like treachery cards not being that bad, because most of them just say like exhaust the Milano or like discard a card or like take a stun or take 3 damage. Those things aren't too bad. It's just the fact when you have all these combinations of really high stats, you start the game with stalwart, you start with that Power Stone, which is more of a hindrance and a help, it feels like. He starts with the side scheme with the crisis icon on it, and then you flip him to stage 3, and then he puts in his superior tactics, which takes the Power Stone from you, so you can't even use that boost to help you push. There are just so many things, and Ronan is an example of the peak villain of this game, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. You can talk about current environment legacy. I don't think they will ever make a villain stronger than Ronan. And again, I have never played Expert Venom Goblin to compare him to, but I think I will have a much more easy time than I did with Ronan. I did get that 1 kind of win, and then I went back and got a more solid type of win. I think there was only 1 major, not really a misplay, but I took an action back, but I played it out if I wouldn't have taken it back, and then it would have worked out anyways. So again, I thought, and that was 2 out of, I think, maybe around 10 attempts I did. The good thing about Ronan is that the attempts are really fast because he can just kill you on the first turn, scoop it up, go next. You need really high tempo. Building out, I wouldn't say isn't consistent against him, but it's much harder. He's constantly going to keep you on your toes. He is the best, strongest villain in the game, bar none, and he is worthy of our first villain, and maybe only, we'll see how it shakes out, villain to go into the S tier. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you ever find yourself playing Expert Ronan? Because I know if it wasn't for Marvel Rewind, I probably am never going to put Expert Ronan back on the table ever again. That's just me. Maybe in multiplayer, since his hazard icon gets a little more easier to deal with because it's not 1 extra per player, it's 1 extra total. So I could see him in multiplayer being not as bad, but we'll see how that works out. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel and the series as always. We're probably going to do a recap video for this box because I think there's enough content and things to talk about before we get into the Mad Titan Shadow, which is a Thanos box, Hela, Loki, and all of them. Again, thank you guys so much for the support on the series. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.